Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow believers, my brothers and sisters in Christ. Let's get it going, guys. How are you doing? Yes, back out here in the Badlands. I changed up the angle a little bit. We're definitely filming in this location, but you know, how I film, we'll see. Last time it was facing the houses. This looks pretty dope though. I won't cap. Like, it literally looks like the wilderness out here. Guys, come on. We have a mug compartment with this chair Christ developed. Look at that mug. Look how crispy that is, guys. We just came back from the campus. Unfortunately, there was an anti-ice protest, and a lot of college kids were going crazy, screaming and just going berserk, so we unfortunately could not film. We'll go back tomorrow, but we're here. I'm actually here with my wife. She's over there filming. I have Bailey. Bailey, come here. This is my wife's dog. I guess he's now my dog too. Come here. He is a he is a brown lab. He's actually half, Bailey, come here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see him. He's actually half pit bull, half lab, but he's very friendly. Can you see his face? Probably not. Yeah, sit. And yeah, so guys, we got the dog, we got the wife over there, she's filming her stuff, and yeah, we're hanging, gonna film some reels, just crack it with you guys. So anyways, in today's video, guys, I wanted to make a video, considering my wife is here, of 1 year marriage. What I've learned 1 year marriage, guys. First and foremost, if you guys are not aware, my wife and I got married in the span of 2 months, which I know is crazy. I'm actually an immigrant from Canada, and I'm now a full-time resident here, green card holder in Texas, San Antonio, Texas. It's been great, guys. We have a child on the way. His name is Christian, which is my middle name. And if my voice is a little shot, we actually met another guy named Christian, a subscriber, out at the parking lot. We were chopping it up for about 20 minutes. And it's great. We have a house being built on the way, guys, a little family compound. I could not be more blessed. There's been a lot of spiritual warfare, and it has not been easy by any means, but I'm very blessed and really just want to document that here with you guys. Now, the biggest thing that I've learned, of course, this video is not scripted. None of my videos are. The biggest thing I've learned this past year, I'm just going to shoot it straight with you guys. Number one, you are going to die to yourself. Let's just keep it a buck. You're going to die to yourself. And what I mean by that, guys, is I actually unlisted those other videos. But if you watch my videos from a year ago, right, before I was married to now, you will notice a big change. And the biggest reason for that, guys, has been because of, if I'll be honest with you, back then it was a lack of responsibility. But two, it has been a lessening of myself. You know, guys, when we were single, right? We're on our Paul arc, which, by the way, is phenomenal. It's a very noble thing to do. You could be on your Paul arc to the day you die. Great, serving the Lord. So I need to make this very clear, guys. Just because you're single, like, that's not a good or a bad thing. Just because you're married, that's not a good or a bad thing. There's no, Paul makes it very clear, right? If you're single, don't desire to be married. If you're married, don't desire to be single. Like, just where you are is where God's calling you to be. Really what it comes down to is your obedience in that season. Like, if you are disobedient single, you're out sleeping with a bunch of women, fornicating, this, and the other, you're disobedient, right? That is bad, okay? But if you're married, just because, you know, you have a bunch of kids, yada, yada, you can still be idle. You can be disobedient in both phases, so I need to make that very clear. Now, the biggest difference between being single to now being married has been, like I said, the increase of responsibility. When you guys get married, for obvious reasons, it's now much bigger than yourself. Like, when we're single by ourselves, all of our money goes to us. Like, let's just be honest, it goes to us. Usually, you know, well, I would assume you're living alone, and you know, that's great, guys. I was making a lot more money at that time, or I had a lot more, but I really do believe, guys, and what's funny enough, this is gonna be a bit of like a testimony video. What's funny enough is that I made the most amount of money I ever had in my entire life just before I met Mallory. And we kind of joke and laugh, but I believe it's because God was preparing me for her, right? Of course, marriage is not cheap, guys. If you are now living in a house for two, living in an apartment for two, you're gonna have a child on the way. Food, groceries, expenses, every bill, right? And you know, yes, I'll be honest with you guys, initially it was tough. Like, it was tough seeing a lot of that paycheck not go to myself where beforehand it would. Now, granted, I would still invest it when I was single into camera gear, you know, back into the ministry predominantly, but now having another person, which, by the way, thank you guys so much for any of you guys who so into the ministry, what we do. That's exactly where it goes to, keeping us alive. There's nothing behind closed doors you guys are seeing, nothing fancy. And yeah, it was a big ego change, but I'm here to tell you guys what's so beautiful about this is that now, as a man, been married for a year, not only have I accepted that, I actually look forward to it. Like, as a man, being the provider, the sole provider, or the main provider is such a honorable thing. It is something that money literally cannot buy. I mean, I guess it does buy it, but you get what I mean. Like, having your wife stay at home or be able to make her little business and know that she doesn't have to go work a 9 to 5. Granted, Mal still works one day a week as a nanny, right? But just knowing that you are the one that's carrying that torch and that burden, that responsibility, is such a noble, fulfilling feeling. As a man, if I could summarize this past year, guys, what has changed as it's been stress, responsibility, but then you know what that builds? Providence, fortitude, sustainability, and governance. There's no greater feeling than knowing that you are contributing to building something greater than yourself. And of course, a ministry that is great. Again, whether you're single or not, but your wife and then your future child, it's great. But the first thing I'll tell you guys is that if you are not ready to see your bank account take a hit, right, for something greater than yourself, do not get married then. Because you know what? And I understand, guys, why so few men get married. It's on paper not sexy, especially if you're not Christian. This is a side tangent, but if you're not Christian, I do not think you should get married. I don't see there any reason to get married. I think the divorce rate is extremely high. I think the fact that you're most likely going to have to pay child support custody. I get a lot of kind of guys in the comments that will complain like, I'm not getting married. That's such a stupid thing. Yeah, if you're an atheist, it's retarded. It is the dumbest thing in the world. I would only ever advise someone to get married if they're Christian. They're two born-again believers, right? You guys can search up the stats too. The lowest divorce rate ever across any single person are Christians who pray together. I think it's like 0.2% or something absurd like that. Mallory and I in the past year have never once ever considered divorce. We never will, and that's actually something I'll make separate videos on ways to court your wife, things, discussions, and questions you guys need to have because it's non-negotiable, guys, right? Like if you marry someone who is divorced, you're committing adultery, right? Unless, I believe the rule is unless one was unfaithful, and then it's different, but here in the West, guys, if you're just like divorced willy-nilly, like no fault divorce, just because, I don't feel like it, if you marry that woman, you're both committing adultery. Or I believe at least she is. My wife knows more on that than I do. So yeah, you guys got to know you're in it for the long run. Number two, it's the whole purpose of marriage, guys, has to have Jesus in the center. And this is so important because when a lot of Christian influencers, they talk about that, usually, if I'm being honest with you guys, it's pretty effeminate. It's pretty like, they're both kind of like very weak, low anointed Christians, as in like they don't really do much, but they're like, keep Jesus in the center as far as, I guess, keeping them more pure or whole. And I think that's great, that's fine. But the whole reason Jesus is in the center is because you're both serving him. Like if you're not serving Jesus, then I'll be honest with you, I don't think he's in the center of your relationship. I think you're in the center of your relationship, idolatry. When Jesus is in the center, it grounds it into something being bigger than ourselves. Do you understand? The next thing we're going into, guys, is, if I could summarize this entire video, is it's denying yourself. But I know this sounds very bleak, like, David, you're telling me get married, you're just gonna deny yourself. And this is what's so beautiful too. I know I'm ranting, but it's so beautiful. A lot of these goofy Christian men's YouTubers who glorify women and it's idolatry, they don't, because they're not married, they don't realize that it's the exact opposite of what they're preaching to you guys. Men who preach like this sunshine and rainbow, like do everything to find this godly woman, this wife, you don't realize your life's gonna get harder getting married. I think that's what people forget. You're married because you now have a helpmate to better serve Jesus. Do you think that that's not gonna come with like more struggles and responsibilities and things you have to work through? This idea, it's a Hollywood effeminacy. Find your girl and everything's good. I'll tell you what, if you guys find a godly woman and your life only gets better, you have a Jezebel. You have a devil. Yeah, I'll keep it a buck with you guys. If you get married to a woman and just the rest of your life is sunshine and rainbows, I can almost for a fact tell you and argue that you're not on mission. Because when you're on mission, you are going to get hit. You are going to get attacked. In fact, when you are married, when you have a child on the way, I think of my old pastor, he had 6 kids. You are going to get hit harder than when you were single. I will tell you guys right now, the mantle of responsibility increases when you are married. So if you cannot tolerate spiritual warfare being single, if you cannot pick up your cross being single, if all of your YouTube videos are on finding your next girl Christian, you're cooked. There is no way in hell you're gonna get married. And if it is gonna be a very low anointed, weak relationship, just kind of go with the flow, dead fish, go with the flow. And like, I'm not saying it to make fun of you, it's a fact. If you guys are a powerful Christian couple, you're gonna get hit. You are going to get hit. All right, a good quote goes that thieves don't break into empty houses. And that's fine, because the beautiful thing is, bringing it full circle, is that pain transmutates into purpose. It transmutates into a mantle of responsibility. It transmutates, right? Jesus says, John 15:13, that love has no greater purpose than this, than that a man would lay down his life for his friend. It just turns into baseness. That's the best way I can explain it to you guys. And I think maybe some of you can sense that this past year. It's not that like, oh, I've tried harder to like become this macho alpha masculine man. In fact, it's the exact opposite. I'm so realizing now, guys, why they say the alpha man, or you think of like a wolf pack, is the one at the back. It's not the one that's like getting all the food for himself and all the resources just for him. It's the one, and I think of my father-in-law, he's a great example because he's you know, we have a family compound, we have our own individual spaces, but of course he's older than me. He has 2 daughters, a wife, 2 grandkids on the way, right? He's the, like, if you want to talk about selfless, if you want to talk about getting up, working for the greater good of other people, man, I have so much more respect for dads, all dads across the board. I have so much more respect seeing like, and maybe this is, be thankful to your dad. I'm thankful to my dad, like them waking up early, 5 in the morning, working the whole day, and like not even seeing that paycheck, like it just going towards like keeping their family safe. And I'm experiencing a bit of that. I still don't even have a kid on the way, so I can only imagine you guys, you men who have like large families. Like I have so much respect, and yeah, I really respect what you guys do. Like thank you so much for serving our country, because creating godly families, oh man, you know, while being obedient is phenomenal. What a great Christian godly man thing, for real. You guys are gonna have to ignore my tired eyes, okay? And the next thing I would say to you guys, one thing I've learned with marriage is you're gonna go through a lot of old insecurities. I'll keep it honest with you guys, and it's not sexy at all. A lot of us men, this is a very taboo subject that we don't want to speak of, and that sun's getting hot on my back. I cannot wait till summer, man, in a bad way, because it gets way too hot. We're in February. Goodness, I'm coming later. A lot of us men have deep-rooted insecurities. If you want to call them traumas, sure. Really, it's just we've been heartbroken. Like, let's just be honest. We've been abandoned. Maybe your dad died young. Maybe your first girlfriend broke up with you, right, out of nowhere. Maybe you deal with abandonment issues that your mom, maybe your parents got divorced. Every single human being, guys, we have these. If you want to call it trauma, sure, but we have these insecurities, right? And that's okay. It is what it is. And what I'm here to tell you guys is that when you get married, that's all going to come to the surface. If there's one thing you can take away from this video that I can like warn you guys about in a good way, right? Just getting you guys ready. And for the married men who are married, you know, please comment this down below. All those insecurities, they didn't leave. They were just dormant. Like barren. They were I think like Attack on Titan. I spoke about that the last video, right? And I saw that years ago. It's there. You got that power. Aaron just has to bite his thumb, right? But it's just dormant. Like just because he looks like a human, don't mean he can't turn into a Titan. He's just in human form. Those insecurities are there, but they're waiting to be triggered, right? A good quote, I believe it's Proverbs 27:17. It says, "As so iron sharpens iron," right? But imagine this, guys, or I like to think of the forging fire, right? Two metal beams, you guys know what I'm talking about. When you forge or weld 2 beams together, can you imagine how like painful that would be? Like you're literally becoming one flesh with your wife. You're forging together. Oh man, all those impurities are just squeaking to the surface. It's like rolling a toothpaste bottle. They're just leaving, right? It's like, you pour like acid down. I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but like an anthill. Drop my coffee. All the little ants are going to like squirm to the surface, right? Or like a hornet's nest. You like pour like nitrogen in it or something. I don't know. And they all start swarming. That's what's going to happen. We have deep-rooted insecurities on abandonment. I'm just telling you what it is kind of for us. You know, like maybe it's been abandonment. And if you're being honest, I think it is to some extent for all people. Abandonment, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy enough, feeling unclean. And Satan, make no mistake, this is what I'm telling you guys, spiritual warfare is only going to increase. So if you can't pick up your cross now, do not get married, dude. Especially if you're a Christian, dude, you're cooked. You're cooked. Unless you have like a weak, anointed, goofy relationship, you're going to be cooked. Yeah, all those insecurities are going to come up. And it's painful, man. It's painful. Mal and I had so many nights where like, man, we'd be up to like 4 or 5 in the morning just like going at it. And it's the ugly side of you. I'll tell you guys that. It is not... When you guys are going through insecurities and processing that, if any of you guys have, I don't know, been to therapy or you've just been triggered, it's ugly. It is the ugliest side of you. We're talking a lot of profanity, it's ugly. It's ugly. And if you're thinking that you don't have that, then you just haven't dealt with it, because it's there. I promise you it's there. And it all comes to the surface. It's needed. It is encouraged, and it needs to happen. Because I'll tell you guys this, right? I know this video kind of sounds bleak, like, David, you're just giving me reasons not to get married. No. Because through every affirmity, every time something gets purged, my wife actually made a really good reel on this, every time you just get forged a little bit closer and that fire increases, you grow closer and you love the person more and more, and you're willing to lay down your life for them more and more. And you just mend. For my men who are married, like I think my father-in-law, he's been married 27 years. They got married, I think, when they were 16, which is crazy. Mexicans get married young, and they're young. They're only like, he's like 45. So I guess what is that? Wow, is that like 30 years now? Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's you get better and you grow closer, and that's really all I can tell you guys. It's been such a blessing. It's been very different than being single. It's been a very humbling process, and I mean humbling as far as all those affirmatives are being burnt off. So you're becoming a more pure version of yourself. That's really what it is. God wants to use a pure vessel. God does not want to use a vessel that's riddled with our own biases, our own insecurities, our own, what we bring to the table. God's like, man, leave it all. I want to use an empty vessel, right? And that's really what I can tell you guys. This is what I've learned through a year of marriage. It's been great. It gets better. Like, you grow more in love. You grow more in companionship. And it's great. I'm literally like, she's filming for her channel over there. Like, she's literally like a replica of me. We just went to the campus together. She's my greatest helpmate. And she supports every dream I have, every vision. It doesn't mean she just affirms it. If it's a stupid idea, she's not going to affirm it, but like, you know what I mean, right? They'll support it. And I would not ever, I can't even imagine going back to being single. But I'm just here to let you guys know, right? With great power comes great responsibility. Luke 12:48, to whom much is given, much will be required. If you're having a helpmate, do not ever think that you get these blessings without first putting in some level of sacrifice or work. That's just like a law of nature, like a law of the universe. What goes down, what goes up must come down. If you want to gain a good physique, there's going to be a lot of time behind the iron, right? And that's great, guys. It's encouraged. So don't get married if you're not ready to really die to yourself. We have way too much over-glorification on TikTok of marriage, and it's just by effeminate men. It is a bastardization of what true biblical marriage is. It's this cakewalk, sunshine, rainbows, gummy bear, and it makes sense because it's the same Christians who that's how they lived before they were married too. Gummy bears, sunshine, rainbows, Jesus hugs for everybody. That is a weak Christian relationship. 9 out of 10 times it's weak. I'm not saying you can't have love. Fruits of the Spirit, joy, love, peace, kindness. But if you think that your Christian walk is just a cakewalk, in fact, I'll be honest, I don't even know if you're saved, right? You are now a threat. You are a target. I'll probably be called a backloader for saying that. It's fine. If you are a on-fire, born-again believer and you have a purpose over your life, Satan is not happy. And he's not going to want you to walk in it. So you could be saved, you're just probably disobedient. And that has consequences too. So God bless you guys. We'll check you next video. I love you all. But to film some reels, if you guys want, I actually started up an Instagram page for this channel. It's called I'm David Hammond. I'll link it down below. I'm going to have biblical manhood advice there. I'm going to film a bunch of reels, guys. And yeah, so thank you guys. Have an amazing day. As always, you can gift into this ministry, or there is men's coaching below. And we'll check you guys then. Till then, much love. Peace.